Yes.
Welcome or welcome back to my vlog of Budapest. I visited Budapest recently to see a friend of mine from South Korea, G, who graciously hosted me and Chachi during this trip. The first evening, G walked us through an amazing Korean cooking workshop. She taught me how to make a kimbap, which I've always wanted to learn because I love all kinds of rice-based dishes. And I loved kimbap because it's so endlessly customizable to your taste, and I thought it was perfect for someone who's vegan or even vegetarian, and it can be dressed up and down in so many ways. I thought it was so much more yummy than sushi because it has random fillings and like you can add all the fillings that you want instead of just like one or two like in sushi. Maybe I never ate good sushi. I don't miss it, but kimbap was so much better and I ended up making it again as I got home. We also had buttermilk root, pickled radish, and this tofu pockets filled with rice, and we also had kimchi. It was such a lovely evening, and the morning after we went to visit the Pest market, and it was fun to see all the souvenirs and the people, the endless paprika bags. And then we walked to Margaret Bridge where we saw this diva, like the confidence. I wish I could just hop on the bridge like her and do something utterly whimsical. During this trip we mostly did sightseeing and we walked. And we also ate. This vegan place was so good. It's an entirely vegan place with vegan cakes, milkshakes, and burgers and taco plates. I got this burger with sweet potato fries. The sweet potato fries were really good, like seriously good. But having to pay the mayo on the side is kind of criminal. The milkshake wasn't for me. It was so sweet. I didn't like it. And then we spent the day walking and just chatting and catching up after 3 years. We walked to Margaret Island and we had so much to talk. I see Ceci fairly often as she lives in Italy, like me. But I don't see G that often. She's from South Korea and we met in St. Petersburg when we were studying there as exchange students. So there was a lot to talk about. I was impressed to see how many people seem to be jogging and exercising outside in Budapest. Even here around the Parliament Palace and the shoes on the Danube bank monument, there was enough space for runners and bikers to just exercise, go about their thing, and not worry about tourists. It might be because of the fact that it was kind of rainy and foggy when we went.
These are so cute.
But I thought the city was quite spacious. It didn't feel crammed with people like some tourist cities in Italy where you literally cannot walk because of how many people are just trying to get to the next tourist spot. Here you could actually walk and see things. And what I saw was a lot of art and beauty and like this rich city with a long history. And I myself am not a big scholar and I don't know a lot about Hungarian history, but it was nice to see the imprint of the Hungarian nation on the urban landscape. All the palaces, the big parks speak of a past that is definitely not forgotten. It is a very majestic city and a city that makes you feel small and that reminds you of rich aristocrats and of the might of the former Austro-Hungarian Empire. It is also a city filled with culture and joy, like these people having a dance party outside. I thought it was so precious. We also visited St. Stephen Cathedral because it was free during church. You just go there and say that you're there for the mass and you can enter for free and you get to listen to the mass. It was actually refreshing after a long day of walking. And here, my beloved sirok. When I saw this, I was so excited. Sirki are one of my favorite Eastern European / Slavic treats, and I was so over the moon when I saw it in the supermarket in its vegan version. I was so excited to try it.
Is it bad?
It's not, you don't like it? What's that? It tastes like chemical vanilla and chemical lemon. If you like lemon, this is great for you. It reminds me like candies for when you have like a sore throat.
Oh.
The outside is very good, so.
The chocolate part?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it wasn't very good. The outside was fine, but the taste inside and the texture, that was off. It was a bit of a disappointment. The next morning, Ceci and I decided to have breakfast with chimney cakes.
No, volevo proprio prenderti invece.
I remember these from the Czech Republic, what I think they are called the tredelnik. And we had those, we found them to be vegan and gluten-free. I had them with poppy seeds. And then we headed to the Museum of Sweets and Selfies. This place is definitely odd. And I'm not sure whether I understand its purpose completely. It was just us. We had the museum all to ourselves. And I was curious why and like how this experience was conceived. It was definitely a quite whimsical place with a flamingo room and so many reminders at bananas and banana-shaped objects. There was also the Lego room who triggered my inner child. And then there was this room that I call the Ariel room, definitely Big Mermaid energy. You could hug and ride a unicorn, and this experience was kind of weird. The dark room, and again, banana-shaped objects remind to Barbie. But this was by far my favorite room, the Skittles pool. I think this healed something within me, even though I'm still finding Skittles in those pants, because I decided to wear the pants that have so many pockets.
No, it's cute.
And then we were headed for our Place Harris performance.
But you only brought me.
I definitely felt the part. After our Breaking Wall expo, we visited the city with a friend of Ceci who kindly brought us around to the city park, to this skate park shaped sightseeing spot. Odd, like you cannot skate on it or walk on it, but kind of is meant to, I guess. And from here you could see the city, but also the various monuments within the park, like this stainless steel to rusty agglomerate of columns. Not sure how to explain that.
Version of the Berlin Monument.
As our friend told us, this is not the Budapest version of the Berlin Monument, but I thought it was quite striking to see how this, at first, very cohesive stainless steel columns started becoming more spaced out in between and turned rusty. On our last night in Budapest, we visited the fisherman's Bastion and we admired the city from there. I thought the city was so brightly illuminated, it was hardly difficult to see anything at all. We had a very clear view of the Danube river, the cruises soaking its waters, and the Parliament building. It was so nice to reconnect with my friends and meet someone new and share this experience. And thank you for coming along.